All right, let me let everybody get in. I'm going to pull up the chat on my phone. Hopefully, we will not have interruptions in little blips. It knocked me out as Shauna's. So I'll let everybody kind of get in. I have everything kind of ready for the project today. And then I also have like a little secondary project that we're going to put together from the other day. Hey, Judy. Hi, Tori. I didn't realize Shauna had gone off because it bumped me out and I hadn't gotten back in yet. It was, hi, Carrie Ann. Hi, Belinda. All right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a layered piece. It's based on Karen Tamar's steampunk piece from the Hop last weekend. And she had a butterfly and all of this fin like inspired steampunk stuff going up. And I thought it would be fun to kind of do a similar thing using alcohol inks and some of the die cuts. So I have fussy cut. I use some of the die cuts to trace around on a thin piece of Bria Reese synthetic paper. Um, I knew I wanted to lay this white on top of the black. So I'm going to move a few of these things that I've pulled out to use later aside. And this is going to be my butterfly. And I'll probably pop dot some of the stuff. And so the first thing I need to do is I want to cut out. I cut with scissors. This is really thin. And this I'm just going to lay it on to do the final piece. But I cut out the parts I could with scissors when I was prepping. I'm just using my wood burning heat tool with this fine point tip. It's probably hard to see. I'm going to put this on the screen. And this is just a piece of glass. So I'm going to plug this in and let it kind of get hot. And then we're going to cut that out. Now, it has different tips. Sometimes you'll see these under stencil cutters, and mine's a wood burning tool. I think they're all pretty much a lot the same. And then once I get it cut out, I'm going to use an alcohol pad to kind of remove some of the pin marks. And then I think we'll use some fin waxes on some of the die cuts. I'll get out a few alcohol inks to use. I'm getting Wild Plum, Sunset Orange, Sunshine Yellow. I know that in this, because it's going, the pink is going on top, I know I need to keep that lighter over here. Well, I traced it. This is all scissors. I traced these. I traced these with a pen, and now I'm going to use the burning tool. This was all fussy cut with scissors. So now we're going to use the burning tool. So all I'm going to do is follow my pen lines. I'll get rid of the ink lines that are left. Okay, so now watch. See how I can just discard that piece? Now it does leave like a little ridge, but I'm not worried. I'm going to cover it up with different layers. Okay, so I'm just going to take out some of these pieces. That I traced. And this is just the bottom layer. So I just wanted I wanted some black to peek through. So I'm not going to worry about being perfect. And I'm going to get rid of those ink marks in a minute too. Yeah, if you had a gear stencil, you could also use that. I just did not want to fussy cut all those little pieces with a scissor. Now it does leave like a little, and you could use just like a glass frame that you got from the dollar store. You don't need like a lot of heavy, doesn't need to be a heavy tempered glass or anything. If you are using glass from a frame, I would put painter's tape or washi tape around the edges. This is my piece and I am getting a little bit of like a scratch in the glass right here, but this is my glass that I do watercolors on. It's not really going to matter. And this is I should probably use the other side, but I don't think it will make a difference in making the watercolor mixes. Now, some of these have a temperature gauge on them. Mine does not. I think some of the newer ones do. But you can take like a wet rag and wipe the tip off. I bought it to make stencils before I got my silhouette. It was what I was using to make stencils. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off because I'm done with that. But that way you get the idea. Oh, while it's hot, I have one other thing I need to do real quick. I almost forgot. I drew through a stencil on the backs of these to use this in another piece. All right, and I am going to save these pieces because I'm probably going to use them. So you can sort of see what that does then. I can feel it's starting to cool because I'm having to pull and drag more. But I think I can get it without replugging it in. So again, you can see that it cuts through. Just another way to use your tools. Yeah, it slices. Hi, Popo. It slices right through it. All right, so let me move that glass. So let's add some color to this with alcohol ink. This is not regular Yupo. This is Bria Reese, and it's super thin. Now, it'll work on regular Yupo. It'll work on the heavy Nara paper. This is Nara paper, and it's a lot heavier. I just chose this Bria Reese because it was thin, and I knew that I wanted to cut. We need Pete and repeat tomorrow. It's a new month, so you should have stream time, yeah? Popo? Hi, Sandra. All right, so let's take the air gun and kind of move some of that. Is what? I can't believe that. I'll stream with you tomorrow if you want. Later on, I'll send you my email. Well, actually, I'll put it in here. All right, and then I'm going to add some blending solution. And just kind of blend out some of that. I will say this paper doesn't, it absorbs it more than the Nara. It doesn't blend as well, but it was like half off at Hobby Lobby when they had that last sale, and it wasn't expensive to begin with. Yes, it's beats. It was like $50. I don't put the ink in it, Popo, because I didn't want to clog it, but it beats using a straw. I have one of those. Well, it's not a Timmy thing. I have one of these, but I don't care for it. And I also have this, but this had a brush in it. This I like the best. That's what I use the most. some more yellow in here. Timmy had a Facebook Live earlier, but I didn't finish it. Shauna was coming on, so. Let's try some. Yeah, I just didn't, I just want the air. And you can clean them. I just didn't want to mess with any of that. How can you lose a color? I'm looking for the boysenberry. Maybe it's over here. Yeah, there's boysenberry. And this is a blending solution in the bottle. I just want to get some darker edges. Thanks, Tori. It's one of my favorite combos. And I think it'll pop on the black. Okay, I think that works for the alcohol ink layer. So let's set that aside. Now, the question is what we want to do with some of these. I have a turquoise ink and a gold, so I'm not sure the fins. I need more fins. I'm thinking I might need to just paint them with some metallics in colors that I like to pop. Yeah, the one that I have is not available, but I saw it under a different name for $53 on Amazon. And it was intended for makeup. And it has 3 different levels on it. It's pink. Dorothy got one in white that's exactly the same one. You can get canned air too. I just do it a lot and I didn't want to, that was more than I wanted to deal with. Like, I got tired of blowing through a straw and I didn't want to buy cans of air. That can get expensive. So I just, I was doing it enough that I wanted, okay, here's some black ones. These are all from Joan. Air compressor, paint compressor, something like that. Makeup compressor. Okay. Mine is a VOK, okay, or something like that, but it's not available. We saw one on Amazon today and it was under this. That was the brand that I saw. Let's see. So I'm thinking metallic paints are next. Okay, on these, I'm going to put some dragonfly glaze on these black ones. And this is Folk Art, and it's gold, red, violet shift. And it may not show up a lot on the camera, but I'm just going to brush them with that, and then I'll can you see how it helped a little bit? All right, set those aside. Let's this part of the problem with a lot of the metallics is they are a little on the thin side. Okay, this is a PBO gold green. So it's kind of a lime green color. And I'm going to get a couple of the gears in different sizes with that. And this one I'm going to cut apart, so do that. Those. Let's try. Let's try a color flash. in kind of a purple color. And it's going to have those. Right. The only problem is the color, they're so translucent. Let's try black on a couple of these white ones. And then hit them with something metallic on top of them. Yeah, Tay, you don't need to come in. Let's try a little bit. This dragonfly is red, blue, violet shifts. I'm going to try a couple of them with that. All right, and then let's try a few with this kind of red color. Okay, that one not coming out. I want to hit that with a little bit of a pink. We'll see. That'll start. At least they're not white. All right, let's move those and wipe that off. And then we can start building the layers up. Oh, yeah, let me get those and I'll show you what I bought. We were talking in Shauna's stream about the ink tints, and Vaughn sent me hers. and they were loose in a container. Most of them were broken, which I didn't really care one way or the other. And so what I did was I went on Amazon and I found a box that did not have dividers that you add. They were already in there. So a lot of the fishing tackle boxes, it's the dividers that you put in it, but this is, it won't go under. So when I put water, this color won't go under here. So it was hard to find, but this is what I have. I have 2 of these. And I just spray the water and put my brush in and, you know, get it plenty of, I don't have any problems picking up what I need. And then I put, it has like a rubber lid that sits down on it. Now, I will tell you the lids don't want to stay on. And then I just made me a palette so I could know what was in it and just use like tape, clear tape to cover it. So I have 2 of those is what I used. And you do have to break them into like thirds. Yeah, you could still pull out and scribble, and you could leave the ones you want it to be longer in the, intentionally in the bigger squares. Okay, so here, this is a 10 by 10. It was a 12 by 12 that I cut. And I'm going to start by just using some Liquitex gel to kind of attach this. I just want to get glue kind of everywhere. Like I said, this is super skinny paper, thin. It's not going to be hard, but this is plasticky, so you do want to attach it. And I'm just going to use a baby wipe to kind of just use some pressure and remove some of the glue. All right, so I know that the bird is going here. All right. And I know, let me get the pop dots. We know that the butterfly, let's go ahead and put the butterfly on. And I kept the pop dots kind of in the, so I can still get a gear here or there under. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to start sort of stacking some of these. And some of them I'm going to raise up on pop dots. Okay, so like that one, I need to get it on before the okay, I think I'm going to put one of those. And let it kind of go. All right, I'm going to cut some of these little ones apart. So I have more choices. I'm going to put that one there. Now, I didn't plan this out ahead of time, and you could do that like dry build. I'm just winging it. And like I said, we can hit some of these with different metallic inks or fins here when we're done if we need to. I have a few other things that I put up here over to the side. Try to get some skinnier pop dot stuff. Just using some of the pieces. I don't want too much of that white to show. Okay, so then I have this little flower I'm going to use somewhere, this little metallic flower. And I have a napkin clock that I'm going to put on a piece of cardstock so it's stiffer. I'm going to use that. I have some skinny little clocks and gears. Now the question is if I want to, I think I'm going to put a coat of the gel medium because I might try to put some alcohol ink on top of that when it's dry. These I don't think I will. Okay, I'm gonna pull that up and want to pop dot that. Hi, Julie. Okay, I'm gonna. Get a little pink one here. Something for that to sort of sit in and dry. Let's try to layer some of those. Okay, and I've got one more little clock that I can add. I'm going to add it in there. Using a pop dot. I have some little gears that are here. Let's see. All right, and then which quote do we want to use? Sometimes the winds of change carry us to a better place, or go where your dreams take you. One or two. Sometimes the winds of change carry us to a better place is one. Go where your dreams take you is two. One or two. Two? Okay, that's good for me because it fits really easily. Okay. Now, I have a piece of trim. I'll put it a little bit higher than I originally. That to lay down. All right, and then I'm gonna take a baby wipe and clean up along those edges. And I think I'll probably wrap the edges around without a bead on the end, of course. That'll help secure it when it's dry. Okay, I'm gonna put some I don't think I'm gonna use that one. Thank you. Okay. Now it's a question if we want to hit, thinking I might want to hit some of it. Not a lot, but just some of it with the fins. And hit the edges of that clock. And then I'm going to go in and use even a little bit of the peacock fins. It does have pink. Sorry, Popo. I don't do pink that often even. The butterfly was pink. That's what led me in that direction. We'll add some turquoise on some of that to distract. Considering I didn't have a lot of steampunk stuff to begin with, I'm not too dissatisfied with that. And I think when I frame it, I'll probably, well, I don't know that I'll frame it. Whoever buys it, I think I would get like a 10 by 10 shadow box. Or it would be cool on a 12 by 12 with like the burlap or something underneath it. So let's do the other one real quick. So I'm going to call that one done. And it does shimmer. All right. The other one is just a matter of gluing. Hi, Elaine. Okay. And I'm going to use some pop dots on this too. And these are leftover pieces I had. So I'm going to put that down first. And then I'm going to pop dot this. And I think I'm going to take some of the fins and hit the edge with the gold. And these are the pieces I put the gesso and then the alcohol ink. This is alcohol ink and the foil through the laminator. Okay, so that's going there. And then this piece is going up over here. And I'm just going to use some of this grid. want to put the fins just on the edge where I cut with the other possibility is use the alcohol ink. And then skinnier piece of that. And I need another skinny piece. And I put some down here. I think those 3 pieces will get it. Right there. Then this. Now I laid this one out and took a picture of it. Earlier. The pieces that I wanted to use. Now the question is if we want to use any of these pieces anywhere. I'm kind of thinking no now. I kind of like the layout I have. I could do with some gold splatters, possibly. What do we think about some gold splats? And I don't think that fins was bright enough for me. Oh, I forgot I had these for the butterfly. I'm going to bring that back out because there's something else I think I want to do on that too. All right, so what I'm going to do is get out the gold alcohol ink. It's gilded. And I'm going to put some alcohol on the table and a little bit of this gilded. I'm going to get a brush. If I don't like it, I can take it off. Okay, some of it is definitely coming off. And I am going to come in and hit the edges. It doesn't work as well as this. This liquid chrome just sits. I need one of these in another color too. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to pull some of those dots off. I don't want them. Just using the alcohol ink to reduce some of that. I'm just trying to hit the edges with the metallic. I'll hold it up to the camera in just a minute. Hi, Peg. Just about done. I'll look at chat again. I'll hold this up. Okay, so you can sort of see the gilded edges where you touch it with the silver pen. It just hits those edges and gilds them. I think I'll sign this one. Actually, I think I'm going to leave it like this. And sign that one like this. But I got to thinking this doesn't have any antenna. Put some dots of the silver metallic in here and there. All right. There goes the waxes off the table onto the floor. But I definitely want more of the thin waxes. I don't know if I want any of the matte ones so much. Thanks, Peg. So that's kind of what I've been trying to use up some of my bits from the playing with the alcohol ink. I did use gesso and then metallics on top of this. And I think next time what I'll do is do the alcohol inks and then come through with the stencil and just use a more heavy body metallic paint instead of the gesso, because the gesso did want to kind of pop off when you worked with it. Thanks, Tori. And I did still have, I extended my sale in my Etsy shop. The 50% off includes even the watercolors. And so the coupon code, I'll put in the chat, is Mayday 2020. It goes through all of May. So for any of you that are watching the replay, or you've seen something that you're interested in purchasing, now is a good time. Hi, Nikki. I'm excited about the stencils coming, Nikki. I did get the other two and I haven't used them yet. From Xandra, I got these two. But I have one coming from Nikki that Xandra didn't have. I didn't put, I normally do. I put US only, Tori. But if we, let me know what you want, because then I'll have to figure out the postage. I wasn't sure when I did it how much postage was going out of the US at this time right now. But right now I just put the coupon only for the US, but just do like give me a comment and we'll figure it out if there's something you want. Okay? And the paints go in little tins, and so they're fairly easy to plus I'll bundle. If you want more than one tin of paint, let me know so that I can bundle it for you. And you won't get excessive shipping either. So the paints, I'll show you what I kind of have left right now. And so this is a sale on a sale. So 50% off is really actually pretty good. I have traditional metallic watercolor. So there's a silver, a bronze, a copper, a gold, a green gold, and a rose gold. And I have two of those. Those are normally $42. They were on sale for $30. So with the coupon, they would be $15. Then I have some jewel tones. I have one of these left. I have, actually, I may have more. I lied. I have 3 of those jewel tones. Yeah, I have 3 of the jewel tones. And then I have what I called Winter Beach, which was like a sand color, a brown, a gray, a teal, a lighter green, and kind of a berry pink color. And I have 2 sets of the Winter Beach left. And then I have several little trios, which should be 20, like, they were originally like 25. So they're on sale for 15, and then 50% off 15 makes them $7.50. And they're in all assorted colors. So this is a really good deal on the little sets. Yeah, it's Debbie Epps on Etsy. I know. That was my fear, Dot. Because I have some packages that, well, I have some Wish packages bouncing back and forth on the coast in China that haven't moved. And because I ordered it just before all this went down. The only thing I don't think that the sale works on is the digital. I think I did not include the digital packs, and the digitals are just $5. Yeah, I don't think shipping, like I said, the watercolors, Tori, are easy to get in a really small envelope or box. All right, and then I'm just going to tuck this back around. But there's all kinds of original art on Etsy. The watercolors, there's digital prints. I can't do any art shows. Oh, it might be. It might be. See, that's what I wasn't sure, because I haven't tried to ship anything international. since all of this started. I'm just tucking some of these bits and bobs away. I don't think I included the pet. I don't think I clicked on the pet portrait, like the custom pet portrait. I'm not sure if that's marked half off or not. I don't remember what section they are in. Thank you, Nikki. It's alcohol. This one, does it remind you of Karen's from last week? This was inspired by Karen's from last week. It's alcohol ink, and then I cut with a heat tool on the Yupo, and then we layered some of the die cuts. And this is just alcohol pieces. I haven't watched what she did today. Shauna was on, so I was over there, and then I was getting ready to stream. I need to watch Tiffany's as well. Thanks, Dot. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. So I can eat and get ready to go catch up on the hop. Dot, I just have 3.5 more weeks of school, honey. 3.5 more weeks. And then I'll be freer than I am now. This working around the clock is about to kill me. The emails. Thanks, Julie. Yeah, I got to catch all the little ones from today earlier. And I'll be at yours, Nikki, and Crystal's. No, I want to be out of school, Nikki. This online was fun at the beginning, but with 165 kids all doing work at different paces and not doing, I'm over it. Oh, you're not? Oh, okay. Yeah, because this was organized way earlier in its scrapbooking, so I can easily see that. All righty, everybody have a great afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see all of you maybe tomorrow.